Good afternoon and welcome. This is Kibera News Network, your number one Kibera News channel. The program is Sisi Mtani. We are coming to you live on YouTube from Uweza Foundation. Uweza Foundation is located along Karanja Road, slightly opposite Old Kibera Primary. This is where we tell our own stories in our own perspective, stories by us, with us, and for us. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house today, we have... What's your name?
My name is Cleophas Omondi Odoyo.
Yeah.
Mtaani najulikana kama Omosh.
Omosh.
Yes.
Better name as Omosh.
Yes.
Cleophas. Odoyo is your father's name?
Yeah, Odoyo is my father's name.
So where do you hail from?
Here in Kibera.
Up country.
Up country, I am Subanese. I am from Suba.
You're from Suba?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. From Suba, from the famous Gwasi Hills. Yeah, okay. That's where I come from. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. When did you find yourself in Kibera?
When did I find myself in Kibera? I was born and raised here.
You were born and raised
Yeah. In fact, even my mother was raised in Kibera.
Okay.
Yeah, my father came here when I was about 20 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
So even him, most of his life, he has spent it in Kibera because right now he's 63 years.
63.
Yeah, 64.
In Kibera?
No, my father retired. He's now in Suba, in Gwasi right now.
And mom?
Mom also, they went back to the village together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they wanachunga boma huko?
Anchunga boma.
Okay. So you also went to school in Kibera?
Yeah. This was my primary school.
Oh,
Kibera Primary School. I went.
Those days it was Old Kibera.
In fact, we call it Kibera Mzee. You know, if you want to know someone who is a Kibera person, they will call that school Kibera Mzee.
Kibera Mzee. That is to me Old Kibera.
Old Kibera, because there was Olympic. Olympic was like new Kibera. So this was Old Kibera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you went to school?
Yeah, that's where I went to school.
And have you lived all your life in Lindi or have you changed villages?
No. Me, all my life I've lived in Lindi. All my life in Lindi. Yes.
That's like your home, your village.
That's my home, my village.
Okay.
But of course, you know, this is what happened.
Yeah.
I was living in Lindi.
Yeah.
My primary school was in Makina here.
Okay.
And my church was in Lainisaba, Christ the King Catholic Church. Yeah. And of course, so I interacted a lot with different people from different wards in Kibera. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So from Old Kibera, where did you go?
I went to Mbita High School.
Mbita.
In Suba. That's where I did my Form 4, and then I went to Strathmore University. Yeah. I did Bachelor of Commerce, double major finance and marketing. So I am a finance professional, but also a marketing professional, 2 in 1. Double major, like 2 degrees in 1.
2 degrees in 1?
Yes.
Finance and marketing?
Yes.
Wow, that's a good combination.
Yes.
So you can also, that gives you a good chance to market yourself as well.
Yeah, and I am a good marketer, by the way.
Okay.
I am a good marketer, that's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do you do currently?
Okay, currently I'm working with a Canadian college. Yeah, it's called Northwest College. So I am their business development officer here in Kenya. So I try to link them with colleges in Kenya. Yeah, so what generally we are doing right now is we have, ever since Corona happened, most people cannot do live classrooms. So we Northwest College came up with an online curriculum for home-based care. Nurses who want to do home-based care. So that's what we are trying to sell in Kenya to nursing colleges and universities in Kenya. Yeah.
Where are your offices based at?
No. You see, the college is in Canada, so I work remotely from the house. Yes. Yeah.
So how did you get the interest to join politics? When did it start?
It is quite a long story, actually, but the decision to get into politics happened last year around July. I'd never thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd never thought about it. But of course, I've been very active in political rallies and because of course, if you're born in Kibra, politics must just be part of you. You know,
it's in your blood.
It's in your blood. Yeah. So, but I remember. Let me just say, talk about my main drive in this.
Yeah.
So after 2007, I'd just come from high school. I was a first year student at Strathmore University in 2007, 2008, when we had the post-election violence. So it was very hard for me to be commuting to school because, you know, Lindi is in the middle of the slum. So you have to access the main road, you have to pass through other villages and all that. And with, you know, here in Kibera, different villages have different ethnic groups that are dominant in that particular village. So to come from Lindi to go to Strathmore, I had to pass through Lindi Saba. And I had a very bad experience one day because, you see, when post-election violence just struck, our school was not closed immediately. We were still going on with classes because, you know, people who go to Strathmore University, there are people who are, I can say, not in touch with the reality in slum areas. So one of these days when I was going to school, I was passing through Lindi Saba then.
Commuting.
Yes. So then I met these people. They were called Mongiki. So
in the morning?
Yes, in the morning. So my life was just about to end there, and then this guy.
When Saba was hostile.
Yeah, very hostile. Then there was this guy who we were in church together with. He's called Chepi. He's Kikuyu by the. He came to my rescue, and I went to their house.
So what did they do? Around what time?
It was in the morning, like around 8. So they were putting people down there, and people had already been cut somewhere. They were bleeding there, you know, seated there. Yes, I saw them. So no, I didn't see any person dead, but people, it was just messy. People were bleeding, you know, and they were asking me for my ID. So Chepi ran. It's like he had seen me walking towards that area.
Gonna walk along the railway?
No, not along the railway. You know where Duka Kaloki is in Lindi Saba? You know Catchers? You don't know these places? So just down there. So then Chepi ran and rescued me. He said, "No, this boy, I know him." Then he took me to their house.
Had they already started attacking you? Or?
No, they were just asking me for my. They asked me for my ID. What's your name and all that, you know? And of course, I was nilikuwa mjanja, so singewambia jina immediately. So after that, I became a bit traumatized, you know. So this
was a group of like how many people?
A group of like 20 people.
20?
Yes, very many people with pangas.
Armed with pangas?
Yes.
Okay. And you panicked?
Very much.
You couldn't see them from a distance? The Otoroki would be somewhere?
No. You see, it was, if you know the place very well, you come from, I don't know, you know, Western, Western, when you're going up, you just get into them, you know, and you have nothing to do. It was very strategic for them, that place. So then after that I became very traumatized. So I was always thinking, how can we bring peace? I remember I thought I should organize like a hike for people so that we can just go and talk, you know. But of course it was just an idea, it never happened. So after that, of course there was a moment of peace again, you know. So there was this day again, I was coming from Toy Market going down. Then I met this guy who was being beaten, and it's a boy. I don't want to mention him because of the family, you know. They could, someone I know, someone I have, personally. Someone I know personally, someone we were raised together with.
Yeah.
He was beaten to death.
To death?
Yes, I was with him before they started beating him.
Allah?
Yeah, and I was given a few kicks and slaps because, okay, some people knew me. They knew that I was a member of the youth of Catholic Church, so they just slapped me. Mbona unatembea na kijana mbaya? Huyu ni mtoto wa, you know. But then I did not. He was beaten until he was dead. 5 minutes. Within a span of 5 minutes, he was normal. Oh. Yeah, he was just he was just a young boy, a teenager who had a lot of issues in their house because he was raised by a single mother, and the single mother was just doing this vibarua, ya kwenda kufua, and you know these things. Today it's there, tomorrow you don't get it. Yeah, so that was a period when he was not going to school because, you see, this primary education thing just came the other day. Yeah. So then I started thinking, okay, what can I do about this? What can I do about this? So then I talked to my classmates at Strathmore University. So I told them, I think we need to do something about Kibra, where I come from. I have learned a lot ever since I came to this university, and it has shaped me somehow. But there are so many people who are not lucky like me. They will never get a chance to come to Strathmore University. So how about we take Strathmore to them? So how about we start by just going to these high schools and as young people talking to our young brothers and sisters to...
Sister, you're saying something? Mike? Huh? Oh! Check. Yeah. How about that? Sound check. But it seems like, yeah, let's... Yeah, so yes. Bring the Strathmore to them. So
I talked to my classmates. We started coming to high schools that are close to Strathmore University. There was one close to High Rise, it was called Soweto Baptist. We come to John Paul, just to give talks to these young people so that they can persevere through school, you know, and just because my main aim was they just be in school, whether they are performing well or not. At least they would get the chance to be in a safer place and also mature, so that later they can make some decisions in life, you know. Yeah, so we did that. Now when we were leaving Strathmore University, we had to do something different because now it was not possible for us to like meet now, because everybody had their lives, people had gotten jobs, you know. So we said, okay, now that we are done with going to Kibera, maybe we can identify some few students who are struggling with school fees and not necessarily bright, because bright students in Kibera have a lot of chances. There are organizations like like Weza Foundation. There are so many. There are banks. There, you know, so there are many other kids who are average and below average. And they have nobody to help them. They can't get such opportunities. And they are the ones who resort to these social ills in the community. Because let me give you a scenario. This is a boy.
They lose hope.
This is a boy, like the one that was killed in my presence. He lives with a single mother. He's probably an adolescent. He is not performing well in school, and they don't have money to pay for school fees. So he keeps going to school, and they keep sending him away. So let's say in a week he studies like 2 or 3 days. The other days he's at home. The next week he goes back to school. People have already gone ahead in their studies, so he cannot really catch up. So if this cycle continues for like a month or 2, that's like psychological torture to the child. They just decide, no, me, I'm dropping out because there's nothing that this school is helping me with. So that has been the case, you know. Young girls getting pregnant because you come back home, your mother, you've been sent for school fees, you're at home, your mother's gone to do laundry, and then she has not left anything in the house.
Yeah.
And then there's a neighbor of yours who is frying some eggs, and they smell so good, and you're angry.
Yeah.
And probably he's a single guy. Yeah. Today anakutuma nyanya, kesho unaingia unakula naye, kesho kutwa mimba imeingia.
Yeah.
So that has been the cycle. So my main aim was now to just keep these kids in school. Just let them be where their fellow kids are. Yeah, so that's when we started like on getting money from students and paying school fees and all that.
Yeah.
So and talking to the companies that we are working with, you know, so that they could give something from their CSR budgets, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So up to now we've done like 200 students that we've paid school fees for.
And where do you get that money from?
Yeah, from friends, from companies. Yeah, and I have friends. For example, I have a friend who has sponsored like 75 students. Yes, you know. Yeah, others are individuals. Someone says I'll sponsor 2 kids. Someone says 1. You know, like that. And we've done 200. Yes. So my main aim now to come into politics is. Yeah.
Just before you get there.
Yes.
Moses, it my sound.
So, with all this education plan that I had,
yeah,
we've been getting so many requests, yeah, and until I cannot really support more, you know, because the resources are just limited. You know, you can only do. I've already done 200. Getting the sponsorship for the 201 student.
Yeah.
Is really hard. So
and these scholarships, these sponsorships, you approach people, you as an individual.
Yes, as an individual, because one thing I didn't want to do.
And people trust you.
Yeah, these are people I know. These are people like you, Josh. I tell you, Josh, Bana. Yeah. This is the fee structure of this child. You know, this child has been home for Then you pay, and then
yeah, let's help him or her.
Let's help him or her, you know. Yeah, and then you say, okay, let's do it, you know. Okay. So that's how it has been happening.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I want to do even more, you know.
Yeah.
Because I believe that as a leader, you have to get resources for your people.
Yeah.
You know, as a leader, you can educate your people because, for example, if I just go with the same model and I try approaching different companies that I've worked for, that, you know, that are just around. Yeah. A company can sponsor up to 50 students. If I get 20 companies like those, how many students are those? 1,000.
So your main agenda is on education?
Not really on education. We're going to talk about my agenda, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I just start talking about my agenda?
Talk about it.
Yeah. So the first one is education. So I've done 200 so far. I want to do 1,000.
You want to do 1,000?
Yes. And the good news is, I already, even as I was coming here, one of my friends who has done 75 students already has told me we're going to do 150 from him. New ones.
New ones.
So I am going to start getting...
He's going to support 100.
Double of what he had supported. As I was coming, I got that call.
High school?
Yes, to high school.
Hey, okay.
I was coming to this interview. His personal assistant just called me and told me, yes, boss has agreed. We're going to do 150. 150 students.
A lot of money, yeah?
Yeah. They are blessed and they are generous. Yeah, very generous person.
Imagine paying like school fees.
Yeah, he's a very, very generous person.
He's also into politics?
No, not at all. In fact, he doesn't like politics.
Okay.
He doesn't like politics at all. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, he's a very generous person, and he has given me a chance to take 150 students. So in my plan to have 1,000 before even I get to the seat, I have 850 to look for now.
Already 850.
Yeah. Yeah. So
number one agenda is
education. So I also want to do. I've already done 25 vocational training, taken 25 students to vocational training centers. Some are in St. Charles Luanga here, some are in Don Bosco Boys Town in Karen, some are in St. Kivizito Vocational Training Center along Thika Road, just opposite TRM and Eastlands College of Technology. So I also want to
do... Those are the people you have sent it to different vocational centers?
Yes, just asking for money again, the way I've been asking for money for this 200 students.
You are a real marketer. You can really convince people to support people.
Yeah, because I'm speaking from experience. I give my experience to help people. I was a very bright student. I was a bright student in primary school. But I will see people coming with new bags and new shoes. People, when nilikuwa nashinda kwa class. And because I didn't know anybody, I was not getting those things. So I'm speaking from experience. There's so many people who deserve here in Kibra, but they're not getting these things. Just because their father is not known or their mother is not known. Yeah, that is something that I don't want to happen. I'm working against, So I'm planning to take 50 every year. I'll be looking for money for 50 students every year to join those vocational training colleges. And you know what effect this will have? One, it will reduce the rate of crime in Lindi, because kids who are supposed to be in school will be in school. The average age of kids, of people that are killing people in Kibra and mugging people is 16.
Age?
Yes.
16 years old?
Yes, yes. They're the ones even with the guns and all that. And they are supposed to be in school. But we are raised there. Me I speak from research by there, and we are raised there, and we know people who have been killed. We know people who have had to face the wrath of mob justice. They're just very young kids. So these are people who are supposed to be either in high school or in a college. So we want to put them where they belong. If we take 1,000 students
that's a lot.
It means at least every household in Lindi, if there's a child who is supposed to be in school, they will be there.
Let me ask you, all these people you've been supporting, are they all from Lindi or?
No. Yeah, because when I was starting this, it was not anything political. So we picked students from Kibera. Kibera. If you go to any school in Kibra today, go to any school, any high school in Kibera, ask how many students in that particular school Cleophas is supporting. You will get any school, any high school, and some are not even in Kibra, some are in Maseno School, some are in Precious Blood, some are in Brenda School, Misiku, Ebusirati in Westlands, in Western, very many students. 200 students is a lot of students.
That's a lot,
It's a lot of students.
Wow.
So but this time, so it was just not political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be political.
Not really, not really. No, not really, of course. Yeah, and then, so we are going to take 50 every year to vocational training institutions so that our young brothers and sisters can have skills. Yeah, so that we reduce the rate of crime. So that kijana anaweza toka home, aende Lang'ata apige job yake, arudi na tao yake, anunue jaba yake, atulie nayo, ndio. Hivyo, si ndio vijana wapate form. Yeah.
So education.
The second thing is about jobs. Yeah. You know, people, yeah, that's a very good question. When politicians talk about jobs, it's always like neither here nor there. Because people do not have a plan. But me, I have a plan. You know, as an MCA, the maximum number of job opportunities you can get at the county for your people is 5. In Lindi ward, we have 18,000 voters. Yeah. You know, 5, if you put 18,000 voters, it's like a drop in the ocean. It changes nothing. Of course, it's a chance that belongs to the people. You have to give it to the people. But like I told you, I'm a research-based person, you know. So I've done my research. 90% of the people in Kibra and Lindi included are people who are working in construction sites. And they are casual workers, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, steel fixers and all that. So I thought about it because there was a time I didn't have a job myself, so I was just in the community. So I interacted with very many people. So then I thought, but whenever I was sitting with someone, you'll find that this is a plumber who today doesn't have a job, so he's just around. Tomorrow it's an electrician. The day after it's a carpenter. So I was thinking, how can we get jobs for these people? You know, because if you solve unemployment for this person, you're sure 90% of the unemployment problem will be solved. The 10% of people who work here, they are either, you find these are the messengers in companies, the askaris, they're just like 10%. So I then started a platform. It's a web app.
A web app?
Yes. Inaitwa Mashujaa Hub. Enda to www.mashujaahub.org utaipata hapo, iko hapo. So hii app tunaweka profile ya fundi, unajua? Wewe ni plumber, tunaweka hapo jina yako, contact, nini, unajua? And then
mafundi.com.
And then wewe juu tumekapo hata mpaka mamafua, badala wa mama wetu kwenda kukaa hapo kwa mamawe kungoja na kwa hiji wakali hii amekaa kwa mawe hapo nje ya gate, anaweza kaa kwa nyumba ashone crochet yake. Sio ndio mama anakaa kwa nyumba kishona hizo crochet, zaka kwa nyumba, bora profile yake kwa Mashujaa Hub. Yeye anasikia tu simu, mama nayo ni kuja NHC as number fulani kwa Mashujaa. Kuja NHC as number fulani, block fulani.
How many people have you registered there?
I'm going there. So Mashujaa Hub, so far we've given 560 people jobs.
560?
Yes. But the people who are registered there are 672 as we speak.
672?
Yes. Because we have like a database of 1,200 people, but we've not vetted the 500 and the 500 plus, you know, because we have to do thorough vetting. This is someone who's going into somebody's house, and we want to prove that something good can come from Kibra, so that people don't think that mtu wa Kibra akikuja kwangu ataiba, unajua. And we take them through skills enhancement trainings, workmanship, ethics, and all that. Those training. We liaise with lecturers from Strathmore universities to come and talk with them, you know. There's a very good college, Constituency College of Strathmore University. It's called Eastlands College of Technology. We liaise with them. We liaise with Al-Bai Sharif and Sons. Then we take them to skills enhancement trainings at St. Kizito, one of the places where we have our students, you know. So And Albai Sharif and Sons also are planning to now come and help us do these skills enhancement trainings here in Kibera, here in Lindi. You know, yeah. So
this platform, is it paying? How do you get some revenue out of it?
Okay, so this is what happens.
Yeah.
You see, the fact that we are negotiating for you, we are able to negotiate at a higher rate.
Okay.
So we keep like 20% for administrative cost purposes.
Yeah.
But usually a fundi who earns from Mashujaa gets a higher pay than if he would ordinarily go by himself. Because if we are giving you 1,500 and a fundi gets 1,300
per day.
Yeah, and that with that 1,500 we've already taken our 20%. Just to maintain the site and to to do things.
How many are you at Mashujaa?
Like the staff?
Yeah. How many people?
Like eight people.
Okay.
Yeah. So so now what we want to do is we want to onboard so many people and use my marketing skills to market this Mashujaa Hub so that it becomes a one-stop shop for any fundi.
Yeah.
Because if you walk in Nairobi and ask where the best of fundis come from, they will tell you Kibera.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we want it to be a one-stop shop for fundis so that at least every day we can give 1,000 people jobs. Plumbers wameenda sijui, Karen, kuna carpenters wameenda. And you know, Kibera is very strategically placed. We are surrounded with affluent neighborhoods.
Yeah.
People who need these services.
How unique is this Mashujaa Hub? Because I know of other platforms like this.
I know. There's Link. The founder of Link is also my friend. We found ourselves in one industry. Okay. But you know, Link is not working anymore. It was the market leader because the strategy is different. Yeah, and our strategy is different.
Yeah.
You see, with fundis, you cannot just put an app and let people download the app and first I told you we are doing skills enhancement trainings. So it means these fundis who have just wamejua kazi through street apprenticeship on the job training, we ensure that their skills is furnished and they even get papers to show for it. And this also helps those people who, unajua kuna watu wengi sana wamesomezi makazi kwa kazi tu, si ati wameenda college. So tukikupeleka skills enhancement training, unapata pia barua. So siku moja unaweza pata kazi permanent. Si unajua? So bado tunasaidia watu kupata kazi permanent through that. You know, no company does that. The trainings, the workmanships and the ethics. We also don't just let it like that. We have contracts with real estate management companies for maintenance contracts. So that there are some real estate management companies that we do maintenance for their premises. So our fundis go there. You see? And then there's another line of business where we do labor contracting for now property development companies, now the construction companies. We just have a labor contract. You want 60 fundis? We will bring them. And with a supervisor.
Wow.
That's how we do it. So it's not just an open forum where you can just go in and get a fundi. You're sure you're getting a fundi who will qualified
through some vetting.
And if anything happens, we are the ones to blame, not the fundi. We are responsible.
Because you give them the food.
So that's a different approach. Yes.
Wow, that's good.
So we target to give at least 1,000 people jobs every day through that same app. And we will solve 90% of the unemployment that is in Lindi. Yes.
So education, creating jobs. Those are two.
Therefore.
Which one else?
Thirdly, I told you I am a finance professional. Okay. And so, you know, a finance professional is someone who helps people to make investment decisions.
There are four, like Agenda 4.
The big four, the Agenda 4. Agenda 4. So, The big four agenda.
Okay.
Yeah. So
The third one.
the third one is wealth maximization. When I talk about wealth maximization, I mean, as a finance professional, I'm supposed to guide people to do investment that will help them move their lives from one level to another.
Yeah.
And I have been struggling with this because there are so many chamas in Kibra, and let's go specifically to Lindi.
Yeah.
You know, and these chamas, they're people who just collect money, then they keep them in the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. They tried doing fixed deposit, but they realized at the end of the year,
Yeah.
when you go to take that money, even the interest that you're waiting for will be you will not get it because transaction cost in Ichuku and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I am doing right now, we're working on a platform on how we can link our chamas to reputable investment management companies like Britam, UAP Old Mutual, Sanlam.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
These are.
They are called insurance companies, but insurance is one line of business that they do.
Okay.
They have other departments on investment and portfolio management.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then we're going to link chamas with these companies.
Okay.
And then we can choose which portfolio to invest in, like for a year. You know, so that as a member of that chama, as you put that 100 shillings or 1,000 shillings,
Yeah.
you know, there's probably a 12% interest that I'm waiting for at the end of the year.
Okay.
You're saving, but also as you save, at the end of the year, inazaa.
Yeah.
So then, kama wewe ni mtu ulikuwa una duka ndogo, unaweza ipanua next year ikuwe kubwa.
Yeah.
Kama wewe kama Joshua hauna simba ushago, unasema wacha ni save, next year ni jenge. Kama ni mabati ya nyumba ilikuwa imeshaoza kwa ushago, tenda urekebishe. Yeah. Kama ni mtoto anataka kwenda shule next year, unaweza save na unapata hiyo interest ya juu, unalipa school fees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 5 years tutakuwa tumebadilisha maisha ya watu wangapi hapo?
Wengi.
Hey.
But you need to be an MCA to do that.
You see, to get the will of the people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, as just like this education thing, I don't need to be an MCA to do that, but so that I can.
Thing.
Yeah.
Already doing.
Yeah. I don't need to be an. I just need now to do it at a very large scale,
okay.
in a bigger way,
yeah.
And that requires the will of the people, and
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, lastly,
number four.
Agenda 4.
Yeah.
Lastly is on health.
Health.
Yes. Yeah. Joshua, you know how health is a problem up at Kibra.
Education, creating jobs, and financial
wealth maximization.
Wealth maximization. Now we are on health.
On health. So, you know how health is an issue here. We have a population of over 1.3 million, yeah, within a radius of 2.5 square kilometers. That is a lot of people in a particular area. And how many public facilities do we have? Hospitals?
Very few.
Very few. There's Amref, there's Kibera South, there's Shilanga Dispensary, then what else? We're done.
Those ones. CDC?
Yeah, CDC is, yeah, let's just count it. 4.
Yeah.
4, where there's a population of 1.3 million. You see, that has brought up now you see there are very many chemists and pharmaceutical shops that act as clinics.
Yes.
And there's a lot of generic drugs there.
Yeah.
You know. So people are taking a lot of antibiotics, which makes them, at the end of the day, resistant. So one time when you need that antibiotic, it cannot work because you've become resistant to it. Why? Because first, our people do not have NHIF cards. And ukifika nyumbani upate bibi ni mgonjwa, yeah, na hauna pesa, inabidi unamtuma hapo kwa chemist.
Yeah.
And achukue dawa ya 50 bob. Yeah. Apunguze nayo, jaribu kumanage nayo. Akiamka kesho kama ako poa, maisha inaendelea. Akiamka kama ako poa, maisha inaendelea, tunasahau hata alikuwa mgonjwa. Unajua? So one of the things that we really want to do is we're going to do door-to-door campaigns with the help of community health volunteers, because these people, they know you know, each community health volunteer has 100 households to take care of. So in Lindi there are like 168 CHVs, you know. So we're going to do door-to-door campaigns with them to ensure that everyone has an NHIF card, so that when you're sick, you have the confidence of taking yourself to the hospital, so that you don't resort to going hapo kwa barabara na kupata antibiotics, unajua, na unajua.
So are you going to help them pay for the NHIF cards? Or?
You see, having that card is a good problem. Let me ask you something. Okay, I don't know who will be watching this, but this is what happens usually. Let's say you're sick, but you don't have an NHIF card, and then you're admitted at Kenyatta, probably, ama Mbagathi District Hospital. So ukipona, when you're discharged, let's say the bill comes to 100,000 shillings. You know, if you don't have the card, majirani, familia, friends, wanavu kuchanga 1,100. Umweka kwa burden. Kama uko na kadi, hata kama ulipii, tutaambiwa, hii kadi ya mjakuwa mkilipia, tafuteni 2,000, top up, to activate, ikuwe updated, usaidike. Kuchanga 2,000 na kuchanga 1,100 gani rahisi? So afadhali ukuwe na hiyo kadi hata kama ulipii. Sindio? So that is why we're going to do door-to-door campaigns to ensure that kila mtu ako na hiyo kadi. Kila mtu ako na hiyo kadi. Alafu tena hapo tu kwa health, mimi niko na rafiki yangu, ni daktari. Amefanya project kule Jamaica ya telemedicine, and we want to replicate the same here. So what happens is we've already talked with the 24 doctors, qualified doctors. Mimi naona hapa mnaita watu madaktari hapa Kibira, na ni watu wako na maduka za madawa. Nao ndio watu wanatuumiza, wanatupatia hizo antibiotics zenye zinatuumiza. Mimi naongelelea madaktari mwenye amefanya miaka 6 ya shule, unajua, na amekuwa na experience. Tumeongea nao madaktari 24. They've agreed to give us 2 hours a week each. Kila mmoja wao atupea 2 hours ya kutusaidia hapa Kibira.
Kufanya nini 2 hours?
Si kututibu, but hawatakuja. Hawatakuja. Sasa hivi ndio inaenda kufanyika. Nimeshakuwa na meetings na community health volunteers. So what you're going to do with them, we're going to put these doctors on an app, like Uber. So ule mwenye kila daktari 2 hours yake iko accounted for hapa kwa app. Ana ensure hiyo 2 hours yake time yenye umetupea ako hapo. So 24 doctors, that makes 48 hours in a week.
So watakuwa na work virtually?
Yes. Sikia tu.
Consultation.
48 hours in a week, sindio? So tukidivide by 8 hours a day, so 6 days are covered. So udaktari atakuwa kama ende yako online hiyo saa. Tuseme CHV ameenda kwa nyumba moja, hizo nyumba zake zenye kuna mgonjwa. Si atapata daktari online, wataanza kuwasiliana. Daktari wamefanya hivi, run this test, run this. So basically daktari anakutibu kutumia mikono za CHV. Now CHVs tunawapeleka training. On Tuesday tunawapeleka Amref International University. Tumeshaongea nao hapo, waenda kufanya training ya tunatumia hii app. So hizi ni vitu zinaenda kufanyika hata kabla tuingie kwa office.
Who came up with this app?
See, my friend and I. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You have some interesting stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Kibira News Network. Here we more himself telling us his stories in his own perspective. Steve, do you have anyone talking or asking any question? If you have any questions, please be sure to type it on our YouTube comment section, and we'll be able to read it, or reach us through WhatsApp 0794 590404, and we'll be able to read it in a while. Joseph Ochieng is watching live from Embakasi. Thank you, Joseph Ochieng. Keep watching. Dinda Mwau, wonderful conversation. They are from my MCA. Ask him what major challenges he is encountering as a first-time aspirant. As your first-time aspirant, Dinda Mwau is asking, what challenges are you going through being your first time to run?
Being my first time to run, lakini unajua sisi Kibira tumezaliwa, sisi si waoga. Tunaweza kuwa tunavaa hivi lakini sisi si waoga, unajua. Kuuziwa uoga, unajua. Kuuziwa uoga. So, you see, you see, mina vai on ODM. I've always been a member of ODM, you know.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to ask you which party.
Yeah, I've always been a member of. Mimi sijaikuwa chama ingine yote. I started voting in 2007. Your time ya post-election violence. That was my first time to vote. Yeah, and I've always been a member of ODM.
So
yeah.
Fear.
So unapata unasikia sijui nani amepewa certificate. Unajua wewe wacha kujisumbua. And you see, this is why many young aspirants, especially me, I'm still a youth. I think mimi na kijana fulani hapo ndio tuko below 35.
Okay.
Unajua? So unaambiwa, ndio sababu unaona vijana wengi wanaweza taka kusimama na ODM. Lakini wanaamua wacha tuende kwanza tuanze hata kama na independent. Wakuje kama wako established. Because hapa utaambiwa hii chama unajua nani kwa ofisi. Unajua So that is one of the challenges, but hapo ndio tunaenda kukanyagana na wenyewe because we believe sisi pia ni wenyewe, si ati the fact that hatujakuwa tukitembea na baba kwa marali juu hatujui, hatujakuwa tukipigania chama, si ndio? Kuna mtu anapigania chama kwa kutembea na baba, kuna mtu anapigania chama kwa kushawishi mwenzake kwa upole. Kwa upole, unajua? So that is one of the challenges, but hapo tunaenda.
So the other thing, what discourage hii chama, certificate
itapewa sasa atiwacha niende independent.
Mko wangapi aspirants wangapi so far size Lindi?
Mi watu serious wenye naona ni kama 15 serious. But hiyo ni mpaka chama zingine. Mpaka chama zingine. Kwa ODM watu serious ni kama watu 7.
Wow.
Still a number, but okay.
Now.
Sasa unajua kwa lugha yangu tunasemanga, kwa lugha nyingine huko kwetu tunajua mimi natoka Suba, kuna Ruma National Park huko. Sasa Ruma National Park huko. Sasa ile gazelle imetoka kwa park imeanza kukimbia. Wanasema si mbuzi ya mtu. Mtu yote akipata
anaweza nyakua.
Wewe kimbiza, kama uko na mbwa yenyewe kimbiza shike. Kimbiza. So hivyo tuko na wao hapa na hapa.
Hapo.
So challenge ni hiyo. Challenge nyingine of course ni people expect that since you're a politician you have a lot of money. You know, and of course a young person like me bado sijatengeneza hiyo pesa.
I was going to ask you, people believe in politics, you have to have
you have to have money.
You have the money.
So, you know, that question is subjective. How much money? How much money? If you ask me if I have money, I will ask you how much money. How much money is money? So people expect that ukienda mahali utawapea 1,000. Unajua, that's not possible. I mean, if you want to give 18,000 people 1,000 each, 18 million utatoa wapi saizi? So hizo ndo challenges tuna face kama young aspirants.
But you have to overcome them. Wow.
If it's not challenging, it's not worth it. Yes.
Is there any particular aspirant that you see as a threat so far?
No, I will not give any aspirant mileage here.
There is no mileage.
No mileage here, no.
That means there is, but you don't.
No. Actually, no, hatuogopi mtu yote. Hakuna mtu tunaogopa. Tutapatana nao. Si Lindi ni hapa. Na ni ushawishi. Unajua siasa ni ushawishi. Sasa ile siasa ya kusema tu tuambie kwanza wewe unasimama. Mimi ndio mianga hapo 35 years. Unajua? Wewe na hiyo miaka yako 40 something. Hiyo miaka nyingine watu walikuwa unafanya nini? Tuonyeshe nini umefanya. Vitu umefanya zinaonekana. Na ukweli? Vitu umefanya zinaonekana before hata aseme anataka kusimama. Hizi ni vitu nilianza 2007. Si ndio?
Ulianza kusaidia watu.
2013 ulisikia Omosha amesimama mahali?
No.
Alafu 2017 ulisikia?
No.
So mimi sikuwa nafanya juu ya siasa. Wewe tuonyeshe hata kama uko unafanya juu ya siasa, ulifanya nini? Mtoto mgani umesaidia? Mama mgani umepeleka wapi? Tuonyeshe tu. Yeah. Hii si siasa ya 1963. 1963 Kenya was new. Unajua? When Kenya was new, hakuna kitu Waafrika walikuwa wamefanya. So ulikuwa ukisimama unaambia watu wakuchagua, ulikuwa unaambia nitafanya. Sasa tuko 2022, huwezi sema nitafanya. Tuambie nini umefanya kwanza hapa nyuma. Hapa nyuma. Ndio tukupatie nafasi.
Without whatever you want.
Yes. Ndio tukupatie nafasi ya kufanya zingine.
Tell Lindi people something. Why should they vote you in?
So kwa jamangu wa Lindi. Mimi kenye naweza waambia ni round hii tuangalie mtu ambaye sera zake zinaweza kutusaidia. Na si sera tu ya kuandikwa. Naona mabana zimeandikwa women empowerment, children empowerment. What is that? Si ndio? So tuangalie ule mtu ambaye hakuna sera na amefanya kitu. Kuna maunga zinapeanwa, sawa, unga utapewa. Mimi pia nitakupatia unga, ati nikikupea hiyo unga utaikula mpaka siku yenye 2027 tutafika. So jegani tukule maunga saizi alafu 2020 immediately tumeingia sasa hakuna hiyo unga na ni mateso tupu. So tufikirie raundi, tuchague ule mtu ambaye tunaona atatusaidia, na huyo mtu ni Cleophas Omondi. A brother and a son you can count on. I have the interest of Lindi at heart. I know the struggles that we've gone through as Lindi people, as Kibra people. I am not indifferent to the struggles. Hiyo ni kumaanisha, yani hizo struggles zenye tunapitia, mimi nimepitia mimi mwenyewe. Na najua kwamba tukichagua Cleophas Omondi Odoyo, mambo inaenda kuwa better. Miaka 5. Kitu kingine mimi nataka kuambia, mimi nataka kuwa mbunge 2027. Nataka kuwa mbunge.
Ukishakuwa MCA
wacha ndenge kidogo. Unaona akili ni ya MCA.
Unaruka.
Unaona akili ni ya MCA.
Si ndio hiyo unataka?
So tunataka tuanzie hapa chini, tusafishe kuwe safi kabisa. Tusafishe mpaka nyinyi watu Lindi mseme sasa Moshi panda juu, wachia mtu hapa chini.
Sasa wewe
shikilia huko juu. 2027 tunaendea kiti, lakini kama mtasema 2027 turudie class, tutarudia. Si ndio? Lakini tunataka kufanya kazi safi na tuache ofisi ikiwa safi mpaka mtu akiingia hapo anajua vile tutaelekea. Mimi napanda juu.
Do you have plans should you not get elected as a Lindi ward MCA?
Plans for what?
What would you do?
In terms of what now?
Anything like backup plans.
You see, this is I'm offering up myself to serve the community. If the community does not want you to serve them, you go on with your personal life, right? Yes, you go on with Mashujaa. Of course, wenye tunasomesha hata 150 wenye natafuta saa hizi, tutaendelea na wao. Tutaendelea. Mimi hiyo ni, this is not something I'm doing for political purposes. It is something that is in my heart, and I'm still going to do that. So ni watu wa Lindi watakuwa wamenipatia nafasi ya kufanya vitu kwa ukubwa zaidi, lakini ile ndogo ndogo yangu nimekuwa nikiendelea na tutaendelea kusomesha watoto. Tutaendelea na Mashujaa Hub. Tunaendelea na kujaribu kushikanisha machama na kina Britam na kina nini. Tunaendelea na kujaribu kuimiza watu wachukue NHIF card kwa njia ile ndogo yenye sisi tutaweza. Ni tu watu wa Lindi watakuwa wameninyima nafasi ya kuifanya kwa ukubwa zaidi, na pia tutakuwa wamenyima watu wa Lindi wengine wale wenye watakuwa wangetaka kitu kama hiyo. Lakini maisha itaendelea.
Ya madaktari.
Na nitaendelea na hiyo. Hiyo hata ilikuwa imeanza hata kabla. Hiyo conversation ilianza kabla nifikirie mambo ya kusimama. So tutaendelea nayo.
Wow.
Yes.
You said you're below 35?
Yes.
Your family?
Yes.
Married?
Yes.
How many kids?
One. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Is there anything else you want to talk about that perhaps I've not asked you?
Not really, unless we can answer questions maybe.
You like soccer?
Good question. But I am not a fanatic of soccer. I am not that person who would like spend a night watching football.
But
I sympathize with Manchester United.
You sympathize?
Yes.
You only sympathize?
Yes. I don't want them to be beaten.
Support.
I don't want them to be beaten.
Yeah.
But
Why do you sympathize?
It is a long story again. One of my late friends is called Alvin Wamanyi. Watu walikuwa wanamjua kama Herode mwenyewe mwarehemu. He was a very close friend of mine when we were growing up, and I was looking up to him in very many ways. You know, he was just a talented young man, unajua. So huyu jamaa mimi nilikuwa nampenda tu. Yeye alianza kusupport Manchester United, mimi nikaanza kusupport Manchester United. Si ati juu nilikuwa na reason yote. Unajua? Yeah. Okay. So ever since that day lakini mimi si mtu mwenye nitakati saa 6 usiku naona football. Ngumu sana.
What do you do with your free time?
With my free time?
Yeah.
So mi napenda naenda church niimbe choir.
Oh, choir church.
Niimbe choir church. Christ the King Catholic Church. Yeah. But mimi choir mi huenda church yoyote. Christ the King, huko Olympics and Our Lady of Lords, Langata pale. Mi huenda kila mahali. Okay. Na najulikana na youth choir zote. Nikiingia naingia home. Unajua hiyo ndio zuri ya Catholic Church. Hutaikuwa mgeni. Ukiingia unaingia. Yeah, so niimbe choir. I try to read a lot because I am so interested in technology stuff. So when I am not doing that, I'm on my phone, I'm a laptop, just getting up to date with the latest technology, you know, and thinking on how that technology can apply hapa mtaani. By the way, me, I'm always thinking about a solution hapa mtaani. Okay. Like this thing called NFT. Non-fungible tokens. Yeah. Nafikirianga sana hawa wasanii wetu hapa mtaani tunaweza fanya aje hii NFT iweze kutumiwa kwa waweze kupata kutoka kwa sanaa yao. Juu NFT ni kama it's a blockchain based technology where ni kama key ya kufungua sanaa yako. Yeah. So hata mtu hizi screenshot kitu yenye umenini lazima alipie. Okay. Unajua? Yes. Like a platform. Yeah, it's like a key to open mtu ku access art yako. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So I'm thinking on how we can even incorporate that and wasanii wetu wapate kwa sanaa yao. Okay. So yeah, if I'm not singing the choir,
they are getting something on YouTube.
Yeah. But hiyo ni kidogo bado. Yeah. Wow. Unajua YouTube lazima ufikishe views fulani. But hii NFT bora tu hata kama una view mtu ameingia.
Bora tu afungue.
Yeah, ni key. Kuna kado kameingia. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Do you have any regrets in life?
Regrets in life? Of course, kuna, you see, we are human. Yeah. And there are mistakes we've made in life. Yeah. True? Yeah. Kuna mtu ana mistakes kwa life yake? Is
there any that you'd want to share?
Any that I'll want to share? Yeah. I don't think I'll want to share.
Private.
Yeah. These are private regrets. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any best moments in life that you'd want to share?
The best thing that ever happened to me in my life is getting to Strathmore University, and I thank God for that. Oh yeah. Yes. Getting to Strathmore. Yes. That was a big deal. That changed me big time, and it changed my perspective about everything. Okay. I mean, that school. Me came out of that university and I was like, I can literally tear up this degree certificate and survive. Okay. The last time I used my degree certificate was
felt rich.
Yes.
In the mind.
Yes. Yeah. The last time I used my certificate was in 2014. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Job.
Yes, that was the last time I ever used my degree certificate. Ingine ni kujiongelelea tu na unaendelea na maisha. Okay. Yeah. Kujibonga tu. Yeah.
Steve, do you want that quote? Check if there is anything else someone is saying as we wind up with the more.
Yeah, so ilinifunza tu kujua tu kwamba life ni simple. Life ni simple. Life si nyumba mzuri, si gari mzuri, si nini. Ndio hizo vitu ni poa. Lakini happiness yako ndio ya muhimu sana.
It's very key.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you still have anything we want to share, but if not, we can end it here.
Nothing more.
You have already talked to your Lindi people.
So mwenye ako upo kumbuka Umosh 2022. Sasa
2022.
tusicheze na hii kitu tena.
Okay. Alafu 2027
MP.
Mara hiyo.
Na tunaiendea.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This has been Kibera News Network. Sisi Mtani with me, Josh. Till we meet again next week with a new guest. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.